Yo guys, well, my intro video didn't work, but we're going to roll with it. It'll probably start working in a minute and then I'll put it on. That was going to be a song called Outback from Black T's new product he's brought out, Max, which you can go and get. Make sure you go onto his socials and check him out. Yeah, hopefully by the end of tonight we will get to watch that, but we'll just wait and see for now. Tonight we are on Pick Your Battles. This is not the Smokehouse. We are on Pick Your Battles. I'm going to be doing a lot more on this channel as well. So make sure that you're subscribing, liking, commenting, all that good stuff. Thank you very, very much. Tonight we're going to do some predictions. We're going to start with RCI Stage Fright 3, and then we're going to go on to Nerly's chat, The Final Process 3. Hopefully we'll have a bag of guests coming on, but at the moment I've got one guy backstage, so we're going to bring him on first. It is the guy, the winner at the moment, I guess we can call him, is SDE. How you doing, bro?
What's happening? I'm all good, bro. I'm all good. I'm happy to be on here. I think I've been on Pick Your Battles once, and then my phone decided to say, "Yeah, not happening." But I'm excited, especially for this event. Like the things leading up to it, it's the work we've had to do to get it started, and now the fact that it's 3 weeks away, it's like, oh, it's gonna be fun. And I think a few of the battlers might be coming through as well. We did tell them, so wait and see, won't we?
Yeah, definitely, man. We're gonna hop straight into things. If you could give the stream a like and everything, guys, and all that. If you could share it as well, put a tweet out. So share that tweet, retweet it, whatever the lingo is, you know. But yeah, we're gonna get straight into it then. So we've got Stage Fright 3, third installment, obviously.
Yeah.
How's it been, kind of setting this up and getting this event ready?
I'll be honest, it's been hell. It's just the matchmaking. You obviously have the personal stuff, you have the balance fees, flights, accommodations. I can get shit about that. I'll pay all that. But the worst thing over here, especially in Ireland, is been trying to get a venue. I had the plans for this after no access, whatever. I don't even know what you call no access. I'm just happy the event went. But after no access, I started planning out. So I want to do a big one for October, November, December time. I want to get crazy acts on here. I want to get crazy artists on this. I want to put on fire battles. I think myself and the team, we have done that a lot. A lot of the matchmaking was done by myself and Lizzie and also Sean as well. We put together some fire things. A few battles aren't happening, a few are. The sets are still happening. Getting the venue, that was stress. We literally were postponing the event until we could get a venue. Then we got a venue. They've been grand to deal with. Ticket sales over on the Irish side are booming right now. Like everything's going up. All I'm saying is, if you're not there, even if you're watching this and you're from England and you're like, "What the fuck is a stage fright?" Come over and watch. Tickets are only like they're €11 on Eventbrite. We are buying them online, and if you're using artist code, any of the 4 artists, RJ, Demlog, Red Wolf, A2C, you put them names in there. Again, they're good for you quid off as well. So you'll be getting that money's worth.
So yeah, I guess we'll start with that. I like that you're getting the kind of live artists in as well and mixing that up. Is that something you want to do every event? Because I've noticed it is something you have been doing. Is that something that you've like planned to do every event, or is it just kind of naturally happened?
Well, Kim, my aunt, she's been doing this since well before I took over. Like, she's always been making sure there's been live artists along with live battles. At the end of the day, it's like it shows like a paint for a promotion, but we're not. We're a showcase, like we're a showcase league. We're not a league. We're like a showcase promotion. We showcase the best battlers, the best performers. We're looking to bring DJs in, street performers, the whole lot. We're showcasing the best that Ireland has to offer. Because for a long time after DF5 flopped and now Rap is Full is like wherever Rap is Full is, there isn't that place for that outlet for many performers to come through. Like the biggest promotions there only book the biggest Irish, if even if they book Irish names or like UK international names. So the guys that I know have talent, they don't get the chance to show it. This is what we're building. Chance for them to get their bread, to get their stage time, and to get rid of the stage fright, hence the name Stage Fright 3.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, before we go any further, good luck with the event and all that. We are going to go through the whole card. I do see somebody backstage. We'll bring through now. They have just gone blank, so I'm not sure if they're there. So I'm going to wait a sec, actually. Hey, now they're there. That's all good. We're going to bring them on now. TKE, what is up, man?
Yes. What's up,
bro?
How you doing, man? You all right?
I'm alright, man. You alright, yeah?
Yeah, all good here. All good here, man. Pleasure to have you on. Welcome to Pick Your Battles. We're going to start. We're just literally just starting to go through. Is it Rappers Comp Island? Is that the name of the league,
yeah.
right? Because I always go to say Rappers Competition Island, and I'm like, that sounds weird. To say the whole, it does, doesn't it? It does. It just doesn't roll. So yeah, Rappers Comp Island. We're going through their Stage Fright 3 event first. Just looking who we've got in the chat as well. Cooper, what's up, man? If you want to jump on, I'll send you the link. Well, let me pop it in the chat. Hang on, we'll pop it in the chat. Anyone who wants to come on, just come on. It'll be fun. So yeah, let me get this card up. Let me get this card up real quick so we can see who's battling. So Dirtman versus High Motions. I actually watched you battled High Motions, right, on the last event. Was it the last event?
Yeah. It would have been the last card, yeah.
His projection and kind of performance, I think, let him down a bit in that. That's the only thing I've seen of him, but the only thing I've seen of Dirtman is the battle on acquisition. So based off those two, I've got Dirtman taking it.
Because it's rough being the promoter and then being asked to do predictions because you're like,
sup, Charlie?
Yo, Charlie, it's like if I say the wrong thing, someone's gonna text me saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna."
Hey, right. So I have one rule, right? I do have one rule. You can veto one battle where you don't have to give me a prediction, but every other one, I'm looking for it. Scott, I can kind of give you leeway because I understand the position you're in, of course. So if you're adamant, then I will not push.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna step away from being a promoter for a sec. At the end of the day,
hey, everyone's got to take it as that, like, you know, prove someone wrong if they say it. Like I said that Skirma was going to beat you, like while she was on the stream. Do you know what I mean? Like it's you know, hey, I'm taking that win for myself from you, really. I got you that win, right? I made you that fight. You went home, done a Rocky montage real quick, made sure that you was all good. Boom. Then you're winning boxing matches and everything, man.
Stop. Yeah, but this one, like, I've been saying, people saying it to High Emotions, I'm like, get your fucking projection up, bro. Honestly, he could be a killer if he took the mentality of the likes of, even started watching Bobby battles, yeah, and just took his mentality, his energy, yeah, and put it towards his bars. He'd be a killer in Ireland. But also, then again, I don't see him putting the same forward for that many like fucking things. I don't even know if it's in the academy. I don't know like if he wanted to be on acquisition or not. Like he needs to get himself out there and give himself the chance to, you know, show people he can be a killer. Whereas Dirtman, I was in there live for his battle. Obviously, there I actually stayed in the room for all of them. And he impressed me a lot again. Even with the judge win, like he's coming off a win in a venue who's just had their first pilot defense over here. So he's got a decent bit of momentum going towards him. If High Motions were to win this, he would have to be ruthless. I mean, like, no filter, don't give a shit, borderline cancel culture type of stuff to win. Okay. But in my eyes, I see Dirtman taking it as well. But in saying that, if High Motions does what we need him to do, then I'm not complaining with who takes it.
TK, you familiar with both of these guys? You got a prediction for this?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not familiar with any of these two.
That's cool. That's cool. It's fair. You can't give a prediction on people you don't know, and definitely can. We'll go on to the next battle. Obviously, good luck to both of those guys, and we'll just check what the next battle is. So next one is Subrime versus Enigma the Prophet. Obviously, that's
as well.
That's gonna be a good. Is that on beat? I missed that. Is that on beat?
That is on beat, my bro.
Okay. Oh damn. All right. Yeah. Okay. I could see Subrime's really good on beat, man.
Sub is a killer on beat. So was Enigma though. Not taking away from Enigma. Like,
yeah, I see the freestyle he done. He's good.
When myself and the staff were putting this battle together, and Ting Lizzie sent me a little clip, and I was listening to it, right? And I was like, oh, I've never seen Enigma on beat. And then she shows me, and I'm listening to it, right? And I shit you not, here's me with the phone. I'm literally looking at her on the video call, like, way behind this. Like, I think the thing is, yeah, because there's now more angles for Soul because Enigma lost against me, and it wasn't even in a battle. It was in a fight because that's a more real thing than a battle. Yeah. Now he kind of has that thing where it's like you got beat up by Scotty, blah blah blah. Then at least then, if Enigma can flip it or find a way to be creative and beat whatever way you do it, it could go crazy. I know the lads. I know the lads have been putting in work for this battle itself, especially because it's on beat. It's not like you can redeem yourself because the beat goes on and on and on. Whereas with acapella, take a minute, say your shit. I don't really have that much of an option. So it's elements for them to mess up, but they're both sick on beat.
This is Enigma's first on beat battle.
Yeah, and this will be Shane Sobron's second on beat clash. And take in mind, his last on beat clash was Georgie Roots. Now,
he's done more on beat clashes than that, right? I'm sure he done one on Rapper's Fall before Georgie as well. Yeah, I'm sure it was.
That was the one. No, Rapper's Fall was Georgie. He battled
Georgie. Yeah, no, but I'm sure he done one before that as well.
Oh, I've been to most of his battles. I don't think I've seen one on beat.
But yeah, I'm probably wrong.
Even in saying that, his songs are sick. Like he's been doing bits with the music. So even before the on beat stuff, he's been going crazy. So I'm excited to see this. The reason why I can't call this one is because they're both sick, and I don't know what they're gonna come with or what the beats are. It's hard to predict on beat battles because you don't know what they're gonna come with or what the beats are. But all I'm gonna say is, if I can't choose a winner, the culture wins.
Do you know what genre the beats are gonna be?
No Shane, no Subron. There's definitely gonna be a boom bap beat on it. I say it's probably gonna go boom bap, either 2 drill or 1 drill or 1 trap.
Would you two ever do an on beat battle? TK, would you?
Obviously, on beat battles is a big thing from Nottingham because there was a lot of clashes. So I wouldn't say no. But I don't know. Like if I was to do it, it would probably have to be on grime because that was what Nottingham at one point was killing it with grime clashes.
Yeah.
At one point was all the London people, all the older.
He was untouchable.
Yeah, Knox as a city. So I'd probably have to follow the roots and do grime, maybe drill because obviously you can do the grime flows on drill. But I wouldn't say no to on beat, but I wouldn't go out my way to do one at the same time.
Okay. Could you give a prediction for this battle?
How many like how is it working? Is it 16 for 16 or is it
16 to 24 each?
Okay.
So if they have 16, they split it. If they have 24, they split it.
You know what? I'm gonna throw a wild one in there. I would say Subram, but I feel like Enigma, because it's his first one, is going to go just, and obviously it's Subram, you can't take him light, so I'm gonna edge it to it.
I feel that as well. Like I think Subram will, because it's kind of experience, right? Like that's the only thing really that I can see edging Subram is experience. And he's just had a couple more battles on beat, right? So like we'd have to go with that. That would be the logical choice, I think. But not saying Enigma ain't got what it needs to do what it needs to do. Baylor versus Tech. That's gonna be a mean battle. They're gonna be very mean to each other, especially after Baylor's performance against NEP. That's gonna be interesting.
Crazy in that battle.
Yeah, but
that will be interesting.
Yeah, but being in the room for that battle, because obviously I battled on that card. Being in the room for that battle, yeah, I don't like. It was a mad one. It was like the room was divided with that with
like it was a whole fake angle anyway. So like even after, it's just like, oh well, that was pointless.
Yeah,
like I thought I was a little bit like Baylor. Like I thought he had a bit more. Like I've watched him live like before, and he's fucking sick. And I feel like it was a bit of a wasted round from him that. Especially because it was so easy to flip as well, wasn't it? Like he just nullified everything that he said within his first part. Like, so he's got to redeem himself a bit in this one, hasn't he? Because that half the room that was divided, he needs to get them back on side. Like, you know what I mean? So he's got a bit in his teeth.
Yeah, like I think for me, sorry boys. I think for me, when I was putting this battle together, I was like, I want to take over in Ireland again, yeah, because after watching him, I refuse to die. I was like, this brother can be prep. Like he can come with fire if he wants to, yeah, and we know it. Like if you look at his projection this year, it's been crazy. Better in being able to do much was obviously he was close about unanimous. The unanimous side said, you know what, split decision, see you later, I'm not coming.
Yeah.
So we never got a chance to see that. And I know a few people heard Baylor's bars from him and they were crazy. So we know like he hasn't had a chance to be active this year. But if he has, and if that Yunnan battle had gone ahead, I'd probably be thinking differently. Like my heart, like my mind says Tech, based on his work rate this year and how it's gonna and how ruthless he can be. But my heart also says Baylor because he's gonna have the Irish crowd. It's gonna be in his hometown. He's gonna have his people behind him. So it was like logically, writing wise, I give Tech. Aggression wise, I can't judge it. Crowd wise, I don't know. Because my mind says one thing and my heart says another. But this battle, it's gonna be one when it drops. You're gonna be looking at this like, yeah, no, that's dirty. Like I think that's like that's gonna like I'm probably gonna have to put my promotion into fucking bankruptcy or some shit. That's gonna cancel us all with them two with the ring.
I think Tech's gonna take more from this battle, but Baylor's gonna win the battle. That's kind of how I see it, which is maybe a bit of a cop out above my end, but I feel like it'll either be a Tech win or Tech will get more from this battle than what Baylor does, but Baylor will like technically take the win, if you know what I mean. But it'll be a highly debated one, but because Tech's trying to finish this year strong. Like he's had a very impressive year. Like he is Mr. Consistent. Like obviously he started the year absolutely with a bit of a choke against Leicester, but since then he's been clean. He's leveled up. Do you know what I mean?
He started the year against the DMAC at chat.
Of course, yeah, they had that event first, didn't they? Yeah,
rivalry.
And that was a good battle, a very good battle. But yeah, you know, I think I could see Tech winning, or Baylor will get like a 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah, and I'm also looking into the judges as well. Obviously, it's not going to be like ranked the way Premier does it because, as I said, we're a showcase. We're not a league. We're giving you the stage and all that. But for them guys, yeah, because I know a good few of them are going to be like, okay, who really won that? Fans say this, the camera say this, but if you have three people in the room unbiased who are judging, can't really say much if you have three people are saying yeah, or 3 or 5 people are like, yeah, it was him, or it was him, or it was debatable. You know what I mean?
Yeah. TK, what are you saying? What are you saying about this?
I'm saying Tech gentleman's 30, but Baylor has the best moment in the whole battle.
Yeah, I see that.
I don't think Tech's gonna smoke him at all. When I say 30, I don't think it's gonna be smoking, but I think Baylor's gonna have the best moment. Like you can hear it, even like the Benny P thing. Take away the the granddad angle, the Charlie Chaplin bar, and those little bars that he had. They're crazy. I think if he got them in his locker, I think he's gonna have the best moment.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think this one's gonna be highly debated. I think definitely highly debated. It'll be an interesting one for sure. This is obviously 3 rounds. Nothing different about this one. People are saying Baylor's for him. Going to be a mad clash. Either way, it is, and I think it is even going to be after the clashes happen. People will debate this one definitely. Are you guys planning a pay-per-view at all for this, or is it just going to come out on YouTube in a bit, or what's the kind of plan for it?
I'm hopefully looking to see if I can get raw footage to make it VOD. But VODs are hard to make. I've been trying to do one for no access, and I know it takes a lot because it's mad. That's all I'm going to say. It's mad. I probably have.
What about Patreon?
Patreon, to be honest, I don't think we have that following for the Patreon just yet, and because we don't have that content just yet for the Patreon, so I don't want to make the Patreon just put battles up yet. And people are paying the subscription monthly, yeah, or even putting in one payment, yeah, just to watch a couple of battles. But at least then if I can make a once-off VOD, that's grand then, because at least it means that they don't have to constantly pay it. Keeping the fans in mind, because, you don't want to be signing for a Patreon that has that shit. Maybe in the new year, that's something we can look into when we have not only that roster, but also that content that we can put up and the time to make the content. But at the moment, we're just looking at basic VOD.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Black T versus Terminal.
Unfortunately, boys, this one isn't happening. This was
No.
this was the one that we have to postpone.
So
Black
hang
T,
on. I need to know because I feel so sorry for Black T this year.
So do I. I know.
Is it more on Terminal's side the reason? I don't really care why. I respect whatever reason it is. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to drag anyone. But is it on Terminal's side?
It's Terminal side, but in fairness, he did give us a lot of
I'm
warning.
sorry.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry for him as well, man. And we did look for replacements. We were contacting people, seeing who was available. And I was like, no, like even the Black T has a Just a Black problem, right? Nobody wants smoke with them motherfuckers because they know it's going to be a long day for him. And even though that battle were to go ahead, it would have been sick. Terminal had to
because he's still not had his breakthrough battle yet. I don't feel Black T. Like he's still got something else. He's definitely still got something else there that we ain't seen yet, and I'm just waiting for that battle. And I was sure it was gonna come out this year, international, battling some legends like Villain, and this definitely a shame, But we will move on.
He's still battling Villain though. We'll get to that, but he's still
exactly. Yeah, I was just about to say we'll move on. There is good news. He is still battling Villain, and I'm sure the Ankeith battle will be postponed and put back in somewhere on another card, along with this battle.
He's battling Ankeith from Underscore 7.
Of course, yeah, that's been announced, hasn't it? Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
We will be doing some predictions and that for them as well, probably on the Smokehouse, but we'll get into that. So the next battle then is the main event, Lizzie C versus Georgie Roots.
Oof. Nobody knows how excited I was when both parties said yes to this. I felt like a little kid on Christmas. I was like, I'm no longer a promoter. I'm a fanboy right now. Like this is set up.
I feel like this is Georgie's to lose. I don't feel like Lizzie can win this.
I don't know, to be honest, because it's like Lizzie, what's over here, she's after going from battling the former champ of Ireland to battling a legend in the UK scene in the name of Pedro. Now, obviously, she hasn't been active as much. I know she had plans for other.
I'm not saying she doesn't deserve to battle Georgie. Like that's definitely not it at all. Her accolades are there. Do you know what I mean? But,
it's like you kind of look at the work rates this year, and then it just makes you question. But even in saying that, like I've been excited for this battle because it wasn't like, oh yeah, he was the better person. There's a storyline behind this. Georgie was calling Lizzie out the last time it was over here in Ireland, and Lizzie was in the room for that. Lizzie looked at me and said, next chance you have to put on an event, get them money. I said it to both of them. They're like, yeah, let's do this. And the hunger from both of them for this goes crazy. You know the battle you said that, you have one battle you can't call, or you can say you don't have to call. This is the battle. I have no respect for both.
No, that's absolutely fine. Okay, TK, you got any predictions for this? Hang on one second. I can see we got someone backstage. I'm going to bring him through. Bring him through. The queen of all them peas. Paris, what is up? It's been a while, Paris. It's been a while. How you doing?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
Hey, all good here. All good. We're just finishing up on the Rapids Comp Island Stage Fright 3 event, and we're just on Georgie Roots versus Lizzie C, giving our predictions. TK, what was she just saying?
Right. I like Lizzie C in it, and I feel like she takes these big names and they always put as the underdog, and she always performs. Always.
Yeah.
And she gets better every time. The bigger the name, the better she gets. And after the Subrime performance, I don't know, like it's.
But remember, this is coming up against the Georgie Roots that's just come off the Shuffle T performance as well. That's what I mean by like, I don't think anyone will get bodied in this one, but I just think Georgie's got it. Lose this one.
I think Georgie's got it. I think.
He's had a good little break as well. I was talking to him yesterday on the stream on the Smokehouse. He's hungry. He's ready to be back, and he wants everyone. So yeah, I feel like this is Georgie's to take.
What about you, Paris? What are you saying about this?
Oh, you had to go there, innit?
I know you're conflicted with this one. I know you would be.
It's mad conflicting for me because obviously, you lot know I fought with Georgie the long way. and Lizzie is the sis, so it makes it a bit harder, like FT Dub, you know. But it is both of theirs to take because, as you said, Lizzie has been having a good run against people with bigger names than her, and she's coming as the underdog, and she's been killing shit against those big names. So she's been doing really well, and I think that standing in front of someone like Georgie is a massive but very good test for her. You get me? So it's I think it's the kind of test that she needs now at this point that she's at. She needs someone like Georgie to actually like really light that fire underneath her. But then again, like Scotty said, Georgie's coming off that Shuffle T battle. And that was a big battle for him.
I think it was Danny who said that. I didn't mention Shuffle T.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's all good. Yeah, no, exactly that though. Exactly that.
Yeah, because he's coming off of that battle. That was a massive battle for him. You get me? So it kind of, what he did for Shuffle, are we going to see that same thing with Lizzie? Is he going to write more for Lizzie or less or what? You get me? I don't actually know how he views Lizzie as a battler. So
I feel like as well, Lizzie's not going to necessarily have that kind of home field advantage because Georgie's battled out there quite a few times.
Yeah,
he's used to the crowd. He's used to the regular faces. He knows how to write for that audience.
Yeah, but also
so
that
difficult.
I won't lie. From the events I've been to in Ireland, and there's been a few now. I've been like 3, but the crowd is not really biased there. You know what I mean? That they're actually in the building for the bars. They're not really biased. The crowd is not really biased there. It's not like it is here. You get what I'm saying? So.
And also, it's going to be more of an equal playing ground because we're going to have people coming from all different places. Also, people coming to support the artists as well. They're going to see that and be like, this going to be a lot of people's first battle / hip hop event. Yeah. So it's definitely going to be more unbiased than most people think.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think it's Georgie's to take. It's definitely a fire card. Congratulations, you guys, for concocting, getting this up and everything and making sure that you got this right. You definitely did get it right. How's the kind of like, I always wonder this, right? And I guess for 2 league owners, it's perfect time to ask it. Do the benefits outweigh? Because like I run a stream, right? And that is hard enough with battle rappers. Do the benefits outweigh the stress of it all?
Well, I'll put it.
It must do because you carry on doing it, right? Or unless you're just like glutton for punishment, I don't know. But what's it like?
For me, it's like even when I started doing this, like I started putting on the fence when I was at the age of 16, and I'll be honest, at the age of 16 compared to now, when I was a kid, like my first 2-3 events I put on, I maybe had the culminants of like nearly 17 or 18 battles booked that year from my promotion. And only 3 of them out of 18 had gone ahead. Almost everybody had pulled out on me when I was younger.
That's mad.
Like with these events. And that put me off. I literally said, I'm going to step away from the scene. I'm going to step away from everything. I'm going to go be a fucking kid until I feel like I want to come back, battle upon events a whole lot. You know what happened with No Access? That was a load of shit. But we also had artists. We also had Queen P also here stepping onto the stage. It was fucking sick. But I was also thinking, like, I don't want to just have, like, the battles to rely on. We had sick performances. So if the battle didn't happen, it was the performances from No Access that I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep doing this shit. And touch wood, all grace to God. I have only had maybe 1 or 2 battles. One that I pulled off myself due to business reasons. And then another, which was Black Tea and Terminal, that can't happen. But it will be happening in the near future. But besides that, this is probably going to be the only battle where I'll have a decent amount of battlers and a decent amount of performers. And I'll be honest, like the stress of No Access was not worth it. We know what happened. We know who got and who said I'm not showing up. But the stress of this has not been as stressful as I originally would have thought. And the team I have behind me, Sean, Lizzie, Kieran, Roseanne, and with cousin Keen with the music, they're an amazing team to work with. They've been putting in bits, ideas, the whole lot. They've been grafting as much as I have to make this happen. And to be honest, if it wasn't for having them as a solid team, yeah, I probably would have just said, yeah, no, I'm not putting on events again.
That's fair. That's fair. Pete, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, there's always a benefit for us. There's always a benefit. Like we don't put these events on to make money and think it's nice when you do make money, but you get me. We want to break even and make a little profit for the amount of money that we put into these events. But the bottom line of it for us is to like elevate these lot, like the battlers and the actual culture. You get me? Like we're not like everyone says, yeah, no loose chats, the league, we're a league. But I think for me, it's a little bit more than that. Do you get what I'm saying? Because each one of these man we have relationships with, so it's more like a family thing.
No,
like,
it's actually a family thing still.
Yeah,
I'm on
an entertainment company,
basically,
I'm on the phone 4 times a week. Like
exactly. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we speak to everybody all the time. If these that have got issues or they're not feeling something or they got bookings, they're not sure if they should take or what, they speak to us about these things. So it's more like a family thing. So I feel like that is the benefit that these lot get from it. But we also get that kind of benefit because it's like, no, we can watch them and see the progression. We can see the elevation from every single person that comes through the door. And if there isn't any elevation, then oh well, you get me. At least we're gonna have a fun time doing this shit at the same time. You know what I'm saying? The main thing is for everyone to just, when you come to a battle rap event, forget about everything else that's going on. You come that day to vibes and have fun and listen to bars, no matter what else is going on yesterday or what's gonna happen tomorrow. Today, we're having fun today. That's it. We're turning up. You're going to see some fire battles. The vibe in the building's always going to be cool. Never no bad vibes, negatives, despite what some people might want to say. You get what I'm saying? It's cool. I just like the fact that everyone comes together like once every couple of weeks or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
I was saying like I always make the mistake of not like properly chatting at events. Like I'll go around and I'll say hello, right? Like and do the pleasantries. And I'll be like, yeah, in a minute, boom, boom, boom. And then by the end of the event, I'm like, shit, I didn't go back and speak to the thing. I didn't, and I need to get better at doing that because I want to be more, immersed in the whole experience of the events and everything and get involved in those combos. It's just, it's madness of the events. I fucking love them. They're like, it's like the most chaotic kind of performing in the most, like you say, like the most nicest vibe that it could be in. It's so strange because you would expect it, like coming off of like when you watch it on YouTube and stuff, you expect it to be quite like aggressive and quite like there's that kind of atmosphere in the room because of the battles, but it really ain't. It really isn't.
It's never
and
that.
if you can get to live events, get to live events. That's the best way to consume this content in any way. Is to get to the live events. All right, so that is Rappers Comp Ireland. SB, do you just want to give us a quick sign off for that card? Where people can get tickets still, when it is, where it is, and all that.
RCI presents Stage Fright 3, December 9th in the Soundhouse in Dublin City Centre. You can get your tickets on Eventbrite. You check the links of Rappers Comp Ireland's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You'll get them there. And if you can't get them there, tickets are going to be €12 or about £10 or something like that on the door. You pay in, you get your drinks, depending on who you are. Might be a little VIP all access pass. But you'll only be able to get that and see the live battles and performances from the sick artists and sick battlers if you are there.
I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be in the building.
Yeah.
Hey, and if there's any reason to be there, right? Come on, fuck the battles. It's the vibes. It's the vibes. So yeah, we're gonna go on to the next NLC card. We are gonna go on to that. Before we do though, I did want to play this at the start, so I'm gonna we're gonna pull it up now. I'm gonna play this. So I am gonna drop us out real quick and let this play through. This is from Black Tea. This is. I've been playing this for about a week now. Like every day I've listened to this. This is very nice. So I'm gonna take us all out so that everyone can just watch this and enjoy this. And then we'll come back in and we'll go on to the No Lease chat card.
I must not give in to these fantasies of weakness. Doubtless this is some charm laid on me by an evil shaman, evil sorcerer. Only the chase has meaning.
Yeah, keep running. Yo, look, I'm in the outback where it's spooky. Wildcats still pursue me like owls do to the rats and the clouds do when I'm moody. Proud dads for Suzukis, you backed out and amused me. I'm good here from I tear your whole crown flat. From I'm in the outback with no neighbors, giant snakes and the gators. You feel fear in your veins ever since the moment you came in. Keep raising the stakes and big meat is the fragrance I reign here. From a day to doubt that. From I'm in the outback with my chest out, I'm the best out. Who's next? Put you through the test, do to chew your neck out. When you eat through tube and bed bound, from I eat mountains for breakfast. Keep rounds of these hecklers embedded into my flesh like a nice tap. From I'm in the outback with the is that kill women and kids. Keep their heads in the fridge and use their temple as lids. I can tell you a bitch like I can tell when there's pigs. I smell it on you, I'll make you remind that. From I'm in the outback in the jungle where things live just to hunt you. Only language is hunger, you get hung if you're humble. Huddle up in a bunch, if you're on your ones then there's hustle. Nip that shit in the bud if you're smart fam. Cause I'm in the outback where it's ruthless, you might survive if you're shooters. Everyone is a Judas, your friends will dump you here sooner than you think. Now you're clueless, you should've warned you to move first. Now you're stuck here surviving, you're dying fam. Cause I'm in the outback with the same niggas, fake niggas always chopping change. Ain't wishing for a spot, block to claim. Hate me or take me in lock and chains, that's the only way man are gonna stop me. Not me, I can tell a lot, see by the way you fucking rappers got please. In the office I can tell you're not free. Rock me, drop me, you're off me. I'ma come back from the underground with a bag around just to shop G's. I would gun a clown up in top speed. See you running around like your top's clean off. Drop T off of my gap from the other side of the mine where the fucking louds at. From the outback nigga.
I have killed all.
Jesus. That's a banger. That is a banger. If that is not on your playlist, get that on your playlist.
See me, yeah, I was probably dead behind that. I was like, hey.
Honestly, such a good song.
Yeah, Black T's fire with it.
The house back in the the outback, the jungle, where I'm so bad at reciting rhymes. I'm terrible. I forget straight away. But that whole bit of the jungle, just the hunting.
It's the flow. It was the flow and the rhyme pattern.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like you can just listen to that. Do you know what I mean? Like there's no effort made on our part. He's done that seamlessly. So definitely go check out the whole project that he's put out. It is a banger. It definitely is, and we need to push these types of projects from our guys, right?
Yeah.
Our fucking battlers. Do you know what I mean? I know they're all representing leagues and all that, but they're all ours as well.
Right.
You know, we've got to push for this. So definitely get that on your Twitters. I'll get it onto ours in a second. But yeah, make sure that you're doing that. Which brings us on quite nicely, actually, onto Nolu's Chat's next event, which the first battle we will talk about, which was a kind, gesture from you guys to be able to accommodate this battle, Villain versus Black T.
Yeah.
This is going to be... Whew,
it's going to be a sticky one.
Yeah, this is going to be madness. This is... Yeah. I was saying before, I do have a rule. I know, Parrish, you're going to be... you've got to be diplomatic, I guess is the right word, right? You've got to be good, I guess. I've got to be, Yeah, but I will say, you guys on the other side, we will be saying you get one veto. Okay, there's one battle that you can say, I'm not judging this. All the others, I want a prediction. It don't matter if you get it wrong. It don't matter if you get it wrong. And this card's difficult. This card's difficult. Right? Like straight away, I'm thinking Black T and Villain. I'm like, oh shit.
I that one's easy for me.
That's easy for me.
Yeah, I got Black T.
I'm swaying more towards him. He's got a lot of hype around him at the moment, and
it's not even the hype.
He's had a very frustrating year.
You know what it is for me? It's because it's like TK said. It's not really the hype. It is at the moment. Black T is better than Villain. That's just it. Like Villain hasn't had a solid 3-round performance in a long time. Do you understand what I'm saying? So he's got a lot to prove this battle, and if he doesn't come with it, Black T is going to make an example of him, and
He's going to
see that.
steamroll
I
him.
actually like Villain. Villain's actually really good. Do you know what I'm saying?
Fire.
When Villain is doing up Villain,
we need that season 1 Villain, don't we?
We know how
we
fire
need that Villain versus Bobby Rex. That's what we need to see.
He hasn't had that fire for a while.
Yeah, you're right.
If he doesn't bring that against Black T, it's curtains for him.
No, definitely. I think you're right. Yeah. All right, we'll go on to the next battle. It's going to be TKE versus BEZ. I really like your style, TKE. So I feel like I'm going to be biased a little bit on my kind of personal preference with this one, but I do feel like you're going to take this. You tried in the process. You could tell you wanted to be a part of the process. So I feel like you might have a bit of a bit in your teeth at the moment, ready to come prove why it should be you stood there against Emerge, right?
Yeah, and well, yeah, there's that, but I think more than anything is I want to finish the year on the highest that I can finish the year on. So for me, like, I'm trying to just, I said this it's got a card with the maddest names, but I want to try and get performance of the night. That's what I'm going for, regardless of whether I do it or not. But that's what I'm going for. So for me, I'm not really trying to even let BZ
see that mentality, yeah. See that mentality, bringing that to a battle, yeah. So I don't give a shit about my opponent, yeah. I'm gonna give the fans the culture, the performance they deserve, yeah. That's a match. That's the energy every battle that you have.
Well, when I battle, this is my thought all the time. I want to be better than my opponent, but I also want to be better than my last performance. So I'm battling 2 people every time. That's why the Scam and the Bandit battle, there's a lot higher level, even though obviously it's a judge loss, but there's still a lot higher level in the Bandit battle.
Yeah, I don't think you lost anything from that battle. Like, it was unfortunate that was in the tournament and that had to be a judge battle.
Well, if you want to be technical, I got an international from it. I lost and got an international from it. If you want to be technical,
this is what I say, right? And BZ, he got a lot of he got a lot of buzz from him when he came into Navy's chat, didn't he? Like, people were talking about him, and they're going to be talking about him in this battle, and they're going to be talking about hopefully how you bodied him, right?
Oh, respectfully, Errol's getting bodied.
Errol,
Man, like Errol,
I like Errol. Listen, I think this is what, like, I'm bringing everything. Like, people haven't really seen me do disrespect. He likes to do disrespect. I'm going to bring a little bit of disrespect and do it better than him. But I'm not going to showcase my rounds with it. I've got the jokes. I've got some more jokes again, like I had with Bandit. But I'm scheming in this. Like, I'm putting the whole, the whole kitchen sink up, man. Like, Errol's.
I like that.
Little bezel.
You're doing well, man.
I don't. But my prediction, you lot know what time it is. TK knows what that means.
Nothing good.
There we go.
It's like,
there we go.
I think it's going to be a good battle, though. I think it's, but obviously we have a face-off, so I don't want to talk too much because we do have a face-off to do tomorrow.
Yeah, of course. Save it all for that. Definitely. That's the sort of shit I like to watch rather than be a part. So get that done over there.
It's going to be a good battle, but respectfully, Freo.
And do you know what? I'm not like, SB, you'll vouch for this, and P, I'm sure you can as well. I would say if I think you're gonna lose, I genuinely feel like you're gonna take this one. Like it is.
You said that.
Yeah, no, he will be brutally honest. He told me I was getting Gentleman Trio by ScoMo, then I did a beast ScoMo, I kept my 150.
And then hey, on live there was an apology for you as well, right? There we go. This is what I'm saying. Right? I'm real with you gotta be. But the next battle then, Bracy versus BMF Owls. Is that how it's pronounced,
Bracy.
or is it BMF Owls?
Bracy.
I'm not too familiar with him, but Bracy surprised me in the 2-on-2.
If you want to see BMF Owls, he just Tech just 30'd him on trenches.
Okay.
But I will say BMF is really good.
Yeah, he did 30 AJ Raw as well.
Yeah, and because I've seen him on trenches before, and he was really good. So because he wasn't even shit. I'm not saying he was shit against Tech either, because he wasn't. he was actually really good. But Tech just reached a different Tech level in that battle. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Bracey versus BMF. It's an interesting battle. I've got Bracey 2-1.
3-0.
See, I was really, really impressed with Bracey's performance. The 2-on-2, definitely.
Yeah,
Has he performed since then? What? I'm sure I've seen his name on the flyer since then, right?
AR.
It's not, has it?
Yeah, Bracey versus AR on Error versus Error.
Of course, yeah, and that was a good battle as well. I remember.
And
that was a
also
good battle. So.
Also
yeah, he fighted AR in that battle as well.
And also the what's called all the smoke too. Sorry, my baby sister ran in, so I was like, okay, go.
We just said about the 2-on-2.
Here's how I want to put it like this, yeah. I watched BMS battle versus Tech. He got trioed in his own league. It was embarrassing. It was mad. I don't see him taking this against Bracey, especially with the form the Bracey's been on this year. I can't see it.
I can't see it happening.
I don't be proven wrong, but I don't.
But then could it be, it could go the other way, and BMF could be like, do you know what? He came to my league, and I got embarrassed by the NLC first process champ. I need to go on NLC, and I need to body one of their guys.
Yeah, he could, because really right now, his mentality should be, okay, so I lost that last battle. Anyone that stands in front of me next time is dead. Like, and I know most battle rappers think like that. So if anything, he's coming to do some real damage to Bracey. You get me? But we'll see.
Yeah, whereas Bracey's going to be coming into this kind of feeling himself a bit, and he might come and coast him a little bit because he's had 2 back-to-back good battles. He might be thinking, right, I'm in my lane, I know what I'm doing, and that's when slips can happen, right?
But here's the thing, though, yeah. If that's the mentality, yeah, you should make sure that Bracey or BMF does not overtake you in your lane.
Yeah.
So he need. All I want to say is, on this battle, there's not much I want to say, but I just think it's easy for Bracey if he's 6'2". What did Bracey do?
It should be. You would think it should be easy for Bracey. However, it's never as easy as you think it is. Especially with someone like BMF, who people don't really know too well, so he could be unpredictable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's got that kind of anomaly about him, any. Go on.
One thing I credit to him is the way that, not his punches, and when I say this, the way that he punches is different. Not his actual punches, though. I think his punches are kind of, some of them, I kind of heard it, but the way that he actually puts together a punch is different. He has got his own thing, the way he actually puts together how he punches. So if you can actually master that and not have kind of, because I've noticed I don't know, like I hear a bit of hesitation sometimes. If he can get fully rid of that hesitation and do that mad delivery, you know what? He could surprise a lot of people, and he could do very well. Card, like I said, it's a unique
How many battles has he had?
2. I'm aware of.
And his second battle was Tech.
Yes.
He's got to have something then, right? He's got to have something about him to be able to get that for your second.
Didn't he have another scheduled battle and someone backed out on him?
I think he did, I can't remember who. Was he not supposed to have AR, actually?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But
obviously, don't quote me on that one because I'm not 100%.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm only aware of 2 battles so far.
Yeah, 2 battles.
To him. Like the resume he's got so far, like with this third battle coming in, that's a strong start. He's definitely jumping in the deep end with it, which I can respect that. Definitely can respect that. We'll see whether it's the right decision or not. Like you said, he didn't exactly get like dragged through the mud with Tech, but he definitely got put on his ass. But it weren't exactly like a brutal knockout.
Speaking of people who got put on their ass,
hey, you talk your shit whenever you want to, man. Definitely.
Yeah, I have too much respect for you to do that.
Next one is Kick versus Benny P.
Straight 30 for Kick. I can't see any of
that.
Any of that.
I think if Benny gets a good angle, he could take a round. I think he's a very clever angler in that way. Like if he can get his teeth into a very funny angle about Kick and play it off well, he could take a round.
It's Benny P's writing is actually really, really good. Like Benny P, his delivery is just
his delivery is poor.
It doesn't look like he believes in it.
said this, like, do you know if
Hey,
he had
hey, that's disrespectful to all the poor people calling Benny's delivery poor, man.
It's not, because you know why? Because his delivery is poor, because at the end of the day, he's got the, like TK said, he's got the writing ability. So we listen to his bars, and his writing is really fucking good. But
if he was
he's not convincing. Like, if you gave someone else his bars to perform and they performed it in the way it should be, as it's written, it'd be so much more fire. You get me? But he just doesn't execute the words how they're supposed to be executed.
Yeah.
You get me? So it kind of takes away from his thing. But you know, Benny,
obviously, we know Kick's very well known for his performances and being kind of, you know, commanding on the stage. Like, hopefully Benny kind of takes that and thinks, right, I've got to do this against him. You know, maybe he hasn't felt he's had to take that step up. This could be that battle. But unless he does that, I feel like, again, this is kind of Kick's to take. Yeah. It'll be an interesting one, because they're quite friendly with each other, if I'm right.
I swear you were looking at this process card and you said, listen, how am I gonna make Kick the next process champion? Oh yes, give him Benny P. Crazy. I'm sorry, but I don't see an Ultimate Universe where Benny P wins it. Especially after what Bella did.
It's not a tournament battle anyway, so
Kick was in the process last year, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was in the process too.
Yeah, Cooper.
Benny 2-1 from Cooper. I like that.
Cooper, you told us his friend.
That's a fairly hot take then.
I don't know. Like I said, if really all it is about his performance, right? And a lot of people kind of started. Well, you think the start of this year, people were saying about Tech. They were saying the performance needs to be there. Now he's arguably like top 5 battle of the year this year, in my eyes.
You know what I mean? Big prep, big voice Tech is a fucking menace.
Yeah,
that's on God.
But that's the thing. It weren't his prep that was the issue. I'm talking about just performance, and that can change in one battle. That whole opinion, that whole take on you can change in one battle, and that can give you kind of like it's almost like a placebo effect on everyone that's in the room, isn't it? Because everyone's got that shock factor. So it could potentially be easier for Benny to win this battle than it could be for Kick.
That's
kind of mad, to be fair.
That's a fair point, but like I said, Benny needs to just give some energy. Like, it would be so. Do you know, if he give the energy, like, it'd be so fight. Like, a lot of people couldn't foot with him. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if he had that energy in that delivery, there's a lot of people that would struggle, like really struggle against him.
And it's like you said, he has to have that. He has to stand a chance against someone like Kick, who has again graced the stage. You know, I know they both had their experiences on Noah's chat, but Kick's felt and looked more at home on that stage, and you know, that atmosphere and that vibe that's in the room, he seems to thrive on it, you know, and being competitive as well. Next battle, this one is actually one that I was gonna veto and say I don't want to do a winner for, which is Crash versus Jester.
I love this one. That's because I set this one up, but I love this one.
Do you know what, the one thing that I looked at this one and I was like, okay, how can I call this? And I thought they both recently battled Sam Hype. So I was looking at both of their Sam Hype performances, and it didn't help me. It didn't, because I feel like we've seen the best Crash against Sam. I feel like we've seen the best Jester, so it's really difficult. Cooper, what's up, man?
Yeah, what's good? As
all good, man. All good.
Welcome.
So Crash versus Jester, I really don't know. This is one that I'm going to call veto on. But what do you guys think?
You know what? I'm gonna call Vito on this because I love both of them brothers. I shared a ring with them.
You know what TK thinks already? I can tell you what.
We spoke.
It is steaming out of your brain.
Let's hear it, TK. Let's hear it.
Right, here's the hot take. I'm saying, and you lot are gonna probably say I'm crazy. I'm saying Jester 30, Crash, the biggest moment of the battle by far, though.
I can see it being a 30 each way, if I'm honest. That's why I can't call it. I feel like the winner is going to win.
And the reason why I say it, though, is because Crash's performance is very, very good. It is very, very good. But Jester is very good at breaking people down. And I think that if he can do that from the first, and then use that as his momentum to build for the other two, I just think that Jester can take it. But Crash is very good with his moments. Like he's a moment battler, if that makes sense. Like he always has a moment in a battle. You can always reference a Crash moment in a battle. So I think his moments would be crazy that he's gonna have.
One thing I do want to shout out as well is the fact that Crash doesn't, SB, you've brought this up a few times, is people don't want to battle Jester. People are scared to battle Jester. Crash isn't scared of anyone. There's a boxing event. All right, yeah, get fucking Popeye in the ring with me. Do you know what I mean? He's like, yeah, I'll fight him. Fuck it. Like that is something that you have to have in this sport. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
Big up Crash for taking on these challenges.
Crash is one of the only motherfuckers that ain't scared of nobody. Yeah,
Scoop's return,
Crash is scared of no one.
He does it.
He took Scoop's return. He was supposed to fight Shawnee B, yeah, and then I got changed on him, and he took XLD. Have you seen? I've seen that brother live. Yeah, I've seen that brother in real life.
You guys got bigger arms than I've got legs, man. I'm not even joking. It's mental.
You know that meat that the Vikings used to take, hundreds of years ago when the Vikings roamed the world, yeah. That's what XLD is on. And my brother Crash said, you know what? Give me him. I'll get in the ring with him.
Yeah, I'll take him. And he won as well.
He does not care.
He
does not care who you are.
It's amazing.
He will fight you. Listen, what's it say? Sogan, there's 4 things I can do in this life. Cook, clean, fucking fight, yeah? And he don't give a shit about nobody. That's the one thing I love about this. When they announced it, I was like, no, jail. You cannot be fucking doing that to me.
Definitely.
Crash has got a point to prove. He's coming with a point to prove as well. Was his last performance Bose? Was that his?
He's already redeemed himself. To be fair, he's coming in. They're both coming in off of really good performances against Sam Hypes. No, Jester battle Briggsy, an acquisition, right?
Yeah, especially that. And even so, Crash has that extra bit of momentum as well because he's just not going into the boxing ring and he's after getting that win as well. So it's like he has a lot riding for him right now.
Oh, he does.
Yeah,
he does.
Definitely.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you had to call it, then give me a prediction, or we veto in. What we saying? Cooper, we'll start with you.
I think Crash takes it just because he's gonna overpower Jester. Jester's been killing it. Jester's surprised me a lot this year from what I've seen of him. To be honest, I just think Crash's energy's mad. It's just stand in front of that. It's going to be a fight. It's a very good clash. It could be one of the battles of the night, like genuinely, but I'd probably edge it Crash.
Okay. P, you gonna call this one? Can you call this one?
Veto, my brother.
Oh man, don't.
I can't do it. You know why? I'll tell you the reason why I can't do it, because Crash is FT Dub. I can't go against the family. I can't do it. But Jester is like, it's like my little brother. I want to just protect him.
Oh, listen. Obviously, Jester's my buddy, yeah, and I'm even taking the bias out of it. Jester.
No, but okay, if I had to take the bias out of it,
you have to take the bias out.
I would edge it to Crash 2-1.
Fair enough.
I think it's definitely going to be a 2-1 either way. I feel like this will either be Battle of the Night or a close second for Battle of the Night.
Yeah.
In terms of like the competitiveness in it.
It could literally be 2-1 either way, definitely.
Yeah, it could go like that. It could.
Because there's not a lot really that people can clown Crash on at the moment. He's just beat up, like I said, he's just beat up the fucking Iron Giant or something, man. Like,
you can clown
Crash.
But I'm saying like it's difficult at the moment. Like Crash is going to have a lot of confidence behind him after that boxing and everything. Do you know what I mean? It's a lot.
We'll see next year.
I want to see you versus Crash. That'd be good.
That can be arranged.
Let's do it. Definitely.
That was next.
Okay. What's next?
Crash said he might actually be able to pop on tonight at some point. So if he does pop on, I'm going to start badgering him for that. But next up is the whole reason for this card, right? The process finals free. It's mad that there's been 3 processes, and the guys that have actually come out of these processes is actually crazy. It's hats off to Noli's chat for that, definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah, big up yourselves for that. But yeah, Emerge, it's great to see him back. Definitely great. And Bandit 34, I've not seen him like before the process. I'm not familiar with him before the process.
never battled. He
Never
never done
battled.
music. He don't come from any music background. He just basically stepped in this. So his battle against Matty Lloyd was his first like musical thing. Like,
do you know what? If he
Fair play.
wins, it's the same sort of story as Kingsley's, like the final and everything in the academy, going against someone that used to battle, coming back, trying to revive it and all that. Them two, if Bandit wins, them two definitely need to battle. Right,
Yeah,
definitely.
100%.
Is there going to be another rebuild card this year? Is that in the works at all? Is that in talks?
Well, we're talking about some stuff. We still got we're doing scheduling for 2023, so we definitely want to try and put that on the schedule.
Definitely, I think it's a really, really good event to do. I actually had an idea before of trying to like get together a team of people to kind of do it, so there was no bias and everything, and have like proper judge and do the event and call it For the Footage, and then literally whichever team wins most battles will get the footage for their channel in there. Like that's literally it. We'll step away from it. I think that'd be a wild good idea.
That's a good idea.
But I ain't half as organized as I'd have to be able to put anything like that off. So it's just an idea. I that's what I do. But I put it out into the universe. If anyone does take the idea up, let me be part of it at least. And yeah, I'm all good. I'm all good. But yeah, predictions. Who is the Process Free champ?
I'm gonna have to go Bandit, but that might be me being biased because of him. But I think
you want to be beat by the one that wins, right? That's I like that. I like that.
No, not just that. That is an element. But
have you seen Emerge before?
Yeah, I have. But this is the main reason. It's because Emerge, and it's not his fault, but because Emerge hasn't had a battle in the process. I want Bandit to win it just for the fact that he's grafted the whole thing. Yeah, and it's not Emerge's fault at all. But that's one of the main reasons for it. Like, because
you hate for Bandit to do all of that work and then come to the end and lose to somebody that hasn't had to do anything.
Yeah, Cooper, that would be really, really bad, wouldn't it? If that happened.
And then to choke the third round and throw it away, that'd be awful. I do, yeah.
Oh my god.
I've been on 2 of your streams in the last 2 nights.
I know when this come up. I fucking love it, man. Hey, I love you for it as well. I'm glad that you stuck around with the scene and everything.
Oh, sorry, Cooper. I didn't know.
Hey, he was not drawing to that. I made that link and I made it on purpose, and he knows I did.
I saw it coming. That's the worst thing. I was like, this is coming.
Little twinkle in my eye as Paris started to explain it. I'm like, oh, I know where this is going. But yeah, I kind of feel the same. As in terms of like the story, the kind of arc of it all and everything. It would be really nice for Bandit to take it. It would.
Yeah,
but also, Bandit can take it because he is that good. Like he's actually really good.
But Bandit cannot stumble in this final. He cannot stumble this time. He can't. God, they're not going to let him off with that now. He's had his 2, and now he can't have that as a let off.
Yeah. He's like being called out there by Gas as well.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Gas, I love you, mate, but cap boy.
He only just scraped the win against TKE in the semi-final because he did stumble, and that did go against him, but not massively. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, we have to be real. If I had a third round that was more catered to Bandit, and it was like any of my first or second round,
more direct,
it's a different that I could have probably took that, and it's different. But
different battle.
I'm not taking away from him, but it's different. So he can't this time. He can't have that stumble where anyone can even question did he take that round or not. Like he has to, and I think he can do it.
Actually, does need to have a flawless performance.
I think he can do it. But it needs flawless victory out here. Like I mean, like
SV, who you got for that one?
Oh, I really have to waste my feet on Crash versus Jester. Right, I'm gonna say Bandit.
Yeah. Cool. And Cooper, what are you saying?
Do you know what? I'm gonna be hands up and say I'm not caught up on these battles, to be honest. So I'm not gonna back out that one. I'm gonna be there probably on the weekend, so I'll probably binge watch the other ones just to get an idea of the
Definitely get on them. It's been a very competitive process. Before we get on to the next battle, it's the co-main event and the main event next, which are huge fucking battles, potential battles of the year. I want you to answer this question, Paris.
Oof.
Couple of 2-on-2 battles maybe coming up in the next year.
Yo, I just said we're doing scheduling for 2023. There is a plan for a 2-on-2 card. So just look on.
I've been pushing that forward for time.
who would be your 2-on-2 partner?
Well, I've had two. Well, the main name that I get is people want me paired with Tech. But me personally, me and Jester are like friends. Like so, the chemistry wise, me and Jester would probably be a good pairing as well. But I wouldn't like whatever makes sense and would be the best battles really.
Yeah, I think if No Loose Chat are going to do a 2-on-2 event, I want to see the Cramp Twins. If I'm honest,
100%.
I want to see the Cramp Twins. I want to see
Mo
Barbarians
Black Tea
again.
as well.
Yeah, Mo Black Tea. I want to see them all again. Like they were, like even Grazzo and Ellis as well. I know, like they took more of like a comedy angle and things like that, but they were sick at what they done. Definitely.
More 2-on-2s. Yeah.
More 2-on-2s is great, but I could imagine it's double the ball ache to try and set up and get arranged and everything because it's double the batters. So yeah. Another thing that I'd like to see more of, and I guess a lot of it's because like timings of events and that I guess, and obviously trying to fill the events with battles. But like the old school Royal Rumbles and all that sort of stuff. I want to see more of that and just impromptu battles and things and live sets and everything, which is what RCI is doing a bit as well. Just seen someone come backstage, going to bring them on. But Kip, how are you?
No.
Yo.
Really?
This is an idea that
First
comes
and
up all the
foremost,
time, right?
What?
Sorry, go ahead, Kip.
Fuck who?
Fuck Cooper.
Yeah, what's good?
Do you know, I was
Benny,
expecting
sorry,
you
I'll
to
change.
leave,
Hang on, no, I'll
Kip.
change it. Benny Frio. It's fine.
I was expecting you to leave after that because for the past couple of streams that I've been doing, you came on, insulted someone, and then just fluttered away again. I've loved it. But I'm glad you're sticking with us for a bit.
I'm here to stay tonight. My social calendar is empty.
That's a good way.
And I'm happy for that. We're just gonna get into the
just in case anyone's wondering, I'm not bald.
I wasn't, to be fair, I wasn't. I promise. But
That's
yeah,
not the
just
thing I'd bring
quickly,
up about your
let's talk about this because potential team ups is what I want to talk about. Era versus era, vets teaming up with rookies. Who would you see team up?
I like that.
For example, YD and Temper Surfer. I think them two together would be sick.
Yeah.
Black Tea and Rivers.
Oh man!
Oh shit!
We bagged his Rivers, man. No,
that's a match up there.
If it was up to me, I'd have Paris for a one battle.
Yeah, Paris, it's got to be done at one point, surely, right?
What I'm saying, not a good recording. That would be what she would do. So
Please send this over to
I reckon
I would really love.
you should put
Go on, go.
Tally and Funky D together and call them Taliban.
It would never happen.
Little tally man, tally me banana.
I don't even.
Okay,
anyway, next.
Next. I ain't even going to acknowledge it. I think another good team is Tech and Tally. I feel like they'd be a good team. They had quite a nice back and forth in their battle. I could see them being on the same side, definitely. If you come up with any others, just we'll shout them out on that. But
if I were to
the next
one,
battle,
okay,
go on.
Oh, well, if I were to do one, I choose myself versus Raptor. I want myself and Raptor versus someone.
I think that would be nice. Yeah, I think that would be a good team.
I think that's crazy.
Next battle then, Tech versus Whispers. Champ versus Champ. This is
a very hard one.
This is bragging rights to the fullest, right? They both are gunning for this as well. They both want that title of being the process champ, which I love that it means so much.
Someone say Whispers.
Do not kill me, yo. Do not
Right.
that.
You didn't even have to look for that, bruv. That was in arm's
I
reach.
know, that's what I was just about to say. Why was that so easy
That's
to
what's
get
worrying.
The reason why I do it.
Why have you got
In case
that
there's a
at
burglar.
your disposal?
In case
I mean,
there's a
that
burglar.
makes sense. You live in Cambridge, man. Is there really burglars?
You're the burglar in
Yeah,
Cambridge.
there's no
kid.
Yeah, you're the burglar.
baseball
There
bat.
weren't until you moved there, right? That's what it is. That's what it is.
literally
But yeah,
got
on a
every
serious
time.
note, who we got for this?
No, without a doubt, my mind, Tech.
Tech without a doubt. Okay. Okay.
Without a doubt, my mind, Tech. I'm sorry, but this year I haven't seen nothing or the last while from Whispers, and like the last year alone, that makes me think, okay, Tech's gonna have a problem.
Do you know Whispers has been on a lot of well, he's been on Speaking with Jen and he's been on Speaking with Trubs, and on both of them he's been talking about his next year being a massive one. So I think he's coming to make a statement, and Whispers that's got something to say is a scary Whispers in my books.
Yeah,
but
he is a big statement, but
it's Tech, innit? It's Tech.
But
It's
as I said, yeah,
on No Loose Chat.
as I said, big project, prep Tech. Good luck.
Mm.
Yeah, it is gonna be long. For you.
As someone who's
Okay.
actually stood in front of them both, on No Loose Chat, like Whispers has a really fucking good ability at taking the energy from the room and turning it against you.
Yep.
And although Tech is sort of like the hero in the story, you know, when Whispers is actually rapping, you know, it's a journey and a ride that people want to be on, and they invest themselves in it. And if Tech loses confidence, you've seen what happens when he loses confidence. He starts whispering, pun not intended, you know, his projection goes, he starts talking into it, he stops moving. Whispers is able to do that, which Zay sort of did against Tech and made him fuck up. And it's going to be a long night for Whispers. Like, my heart's with Tech because he's my boy, but as like being like completely non-biased, it's 50-50. It solely depends on so many factors.
Gun to your head, though, you have to pick one. Who would it be if you had to put a prediction down? Gun to your head.
I'm
Or
going.
Katana, whatever your five is.
I don't know. Like I said, I genuinely don't know.
Whispers.
I feel like Whispers has got more to prove in this, with it being his return. It's quite big. Tech's coming off of a very good year, a very busy year.
That guy's energy is mad. Like,
I think
we don't know how Tech's been
twice
writing.
now.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like Tech's
yeah,
literally not
He usually
stopped
does it
writing
with
all
a
year.
pen. He does it with the pen.
Oh, you're a
What I mean is, he's not stopped writing all year. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know whether he's been kind of like,
this
you
isn't.
know, if he's wrote something and he's been like, nah, this is too good for discipline, I'm keeping that for later. Like,
No,
you know, and he's kind of stockpiled a bit, maybe.
I can see that
Doesn't really work. Like,
Nah, Whispers is gonna just. I've seen Whispers live twice now, and it's a sight to behold. Almost have the energy in the room that he brings to a battle, and I think Tech's sick. But one of Tech's biggest criticisms, and I'm not like dissing him or anything, is the projection, is the sort of like the presence on the stage. He's a fucking good battle rapper, but Whispers is coming back with a point to prove.
you say that though, but when Tech wants to project, he can project. And I've been with him where he has projected. I mean, he projected against me.
We have said his name too many times.
I think that is the criticism that he's taken and built on anyway. You get me? So the projection is kind of there now. Oh look,
I'll take back. If I knew he's backstage,
what's up, Tech?
Put some clothes on.
Are you in the bathroom?
This is how he put me the other day as well.
Okay, I've changed my mind. Tech 3-0. Tech 3-0. I've changed my mind.
It's just gonna be the Tech show. What's going on, man? How are you?
Handstone, bro.
You man are making me feel self-conscious. No, don't do that.
Yeah, put a shirt on.
That's all right. Yeah. Make it feeling.
All right, guys. Hey,
Hey,
can we stop this? All right,
No.
come on. This is a family-friendly stream. I want it to be. Okay, come
There
on
you
now.
go.
Get your
That's
titties away. That was an entrance. How you doing?
I'm good.
We're just talking about your battle, actually. We're just talking about your battle versus Whispers. We were talking about a minute ago as well. We were talking about your battle versus Baylor. You've got busy end quarter, right? A busy end quarter to the year. How are you feeling about those battles coming up, man?
Tired.
I bet. How many will it be with these two?
12.
One a month. It's not even worked out like that, though, has it? You've done like 2 a month a couple of times. Done 2 a day, actually.
Yeah,
didn't you?
Yeah. No.
You've turned into the new
I haven't done
DNA.
2 in a day again. I don't think I've... No, 2 in a day is decent. I'm not gonna lie. I can do, if I had enough time, 2 battles in a day, even if it's 3 rounds each, I could do. But the back-to-back, like, I'm saying, like, it's mad because I know now I've put so much thought onto the Whispers. I haven't really got nothing crazy for Baylor. So I know as soon as that battle's done with Whispers, probably I'll have 1 day break and then.
This is what I was just asking. Like, have you just been continuously writing all year this year? It's just been non-stop writing, right?
Well, no, he stops to eat.
No, I've had breaks, but the breaks are not normal breaks. Like my breaks are like 3 weeks a month. That's a break. That's the most break I've had. And then like obviously like for next year, about that. That's the most I've had like at one time. Break.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah.
All right, so everyone gave their predictions for that. We all think you're going 3-0. You're going to lose 3-0, obviously. You know.
No.
I'm playing. No, I genuinely, I think it's going to be 2-1 either way. But the kind of the fear that I had was exactly what you said. I feel like you're putting on a little bit though, but like the tiredness, right? You've had a long year, and Whispers is fresh, and I feel like that's the only advantage that I can see going into this. So I would have to kind of lean more towards Whispers, but I do feel honestly it could be 2-1 either way.
I'm coming back. I got a phone call. Sorry, my phone always does.
All good, man. All good.
But no, with that being said, though, you could also say that Tech's got more experience than while Whispers has been sitting out on the flip side.
Yeah, exactly that. That's what I was just about to say. That's why I'm saying it could go 2-1 either way. I feel like the freshness will be more of an advantage than kind of like. Because Whispers has still been writing, he said. You know, he never stops writing. He's still being, doing what he does. So, yeah, I feel like 2-1 either way. But I'm kind of leaning more towards Whispers.
How long's this one been locked in for?
About a year.
No,
but you were talking about it a year ago, like.
Yeah, but there was no Whispers wasn't down for it a year ago. So I think looking at what's been happening for the remainder of the year is the reason why this battle is happening. You get what I'm saying? Like this battle has probably been locked in for a month or so, maybe just over a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, so this brings us on to the main event, which I'm so glad that this battle is happening. Which of course is Tally versus Rivers.
Mad,
crazy.
This is Tally's first battle this year, right?
No, he battled Shotty.
Of course, he battled Shotty. How can I forget that?
You've heard of Shotty Horror, Danny? Yeah.
Yeah. He's
who said he wasn't going to show up?
Didn't you take him out in the academy kick? Is that the guy that you're on about?
No, that was Black T. That was everybody else's darling who they fucking go on about who are 3-0'd. But I digress. This isn't about me.
You can make it right, I'm sure. You go ahead, man. It's all good.
I'll leave the predictions for this one to you lot because I'm definitely not predicting this one.
I can't go against Rivers if I'm honest.
If I'm honest, I actually think that this one might be the easiest one to predict for me.
Rivers 30.
Rivers 30. But I think, but at the same time, I think this is going to be the best tally that man have seen. But I just think Rivers is just going to be the best Rivers that we've seen as well.
Yeah. And I thought the best Rivers was the one that fucking Bobby got, but nah, I think it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this will be a different.
This has
Yeah,
been.
to be fair, I think the Rivers versus Moke was better than the Rivers versus Bobby. Personally, you know, personal preference and all that. But yeah, I feel like this is Rivers has got this in the bag.
Yeah.
I don't think Tally will get like bodied, but it'll definitely be a gentleman's 30. I feel. Should say definitely because obviously it couldn't be, but yeah.
All I want to say
it
is,
could be a
and I've
gentleman's
been meaning to say this for a long time. Yeah, for people who aren't battlers that do predictions, I've seen some wild fucking takes this year. Yeah,
I've said a few of them.
With me or not, but you've actually been fairly consistent or reasonable with your predictions. Some of the shit I be hearing motherfuckers say.
Do you know what? The plug one, the Kit, call me out, do it. Plug one, I got every single prediction wrong.
Yeah. He predicted me twice losing me, and then he predicted me to win, and I fucking lost.
Bro, seriously, Danny, I'm trying to big you up, and this is what you're doing with yourself. Oh my
hey, yeah, but this is what I'm saying, right? If we're gonna do what I do, I've got to be consistent with it, right? And I will call myself out. And yeah, I did, Kick. I got it wrong every time for you, unfortunately. I got it wrong every time for you. You know, I really wanted to see that Kingsley versus Kit final. I really, really did.
I thought it was going to be a kicking basketball final, if I'm being totally real.
Yeah, I did not expect Kingsley to be in the final when we first got introduced to him and all that. Definitely, I didn't expect him to be in the final, but he rose to the occasion every time, right? Like you can't take that away from him. And he won. He did it, and hopefully we get the same sort of story from Bandit. But back to Tally and Rivers then. This was obviously meant to happen before, right? Do you, all of you guys, you know, you battlers, would you be looking at changing your material much?
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Obviously, this was meant to happen like towards the start of the year. Now it's happening at the end. Would you change much?
No, of course.
Oh no, I change a whole lot. Reason being is because although you're going to see a lot of new faces, but because of how crazy the year would have been, how crazy the year has been, all the new fans coming and shit, you're battling, like when you write for a battle, yeah? I'll give you an example. Like some of the battles I've had. When I battled Bobby Hand the Surgeon, shit battle. But I was battling for a crowd. This is my first battle back. I have to go brazy. When I was battling straight, it's on beat. I had to go brazy. When I was battling high motions, that's my stage. That's my people. I can attend to them and do a small bit of what I like to do.
Can I just interject here 1 second?
Yeah.
The Republic of the Island has some of the shittest names for battlers I've ever heard. Surgeon.
Coming from the guy that runs Beast Angular, that's it.
I was just about to say, have you seen your next card, Kick?
Kick, you were there. You were there at class in session 1. You should know not to question fucking Irish performance.
And was it the second academy as well? The second academy had some wild names in it as well. I'm sure it was the second academy.
The best one was
some wild ass names.
Card.
If any take, I would agree with. I just read in the comments, Charlie. I agree with what he said. I don't think Tally will get 30'd. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think
there's a difference though, ain't there, between being 30. Like I just feel like Rivers will take every round.
You're not smart.
Right? Like a gentleman's 30 is different to like a 3-0, in my opinion.
Yeah, it kind of is, but it isn't. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I personally don't think that Tally will get 30'd. However, I do think we're definitely going to see one of the best Rivers against Tally. But also, if we see one of the best Tallies against Rivers, that's dangerous.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? So
I guess with this battle, they have to be the best Tally and best Rivers against each other. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't turn up to a Tally battle in second gear.
It could be. For me, I think it could go either way. It could be like either way.
Cheat code. I'm glad that this got the slogan, but this could be the kryptonite as well, could it? Because if Rivers has a good flip on the slogan, then he can win the room back over quite quickly with that as well.
Yes.
So
Hogan, the other 9 minutes of material you have to produce.
No
one's ever judged the battle and gone, yeah, Shotty said he wasn't going to show up. I'm going to give him a point.
No, of course.
No,
but I think what Charlie's saying is the room's in his
slogan,
hand.
the room goes mad. So
yeah,
you
but
know,
here's the thing, yeah.
it is a cheat code.
He's got him in the palm of his hand.
Let's put it like this, yeah. If you're gonna flip someone's slogan, yeah, please don't do an arcade. Yeah, you know who's black? Half the people on the fucking card. What's your point? Like, if you're gonna flip it, come up with something creative that makes people think, shit. And especially if he flips it and he goes first, and then when Harry tries to say it, it doesn't. People are like, It depends on some slogan flips are distasteful as fuck. I can't remember some on the top of my head. Archaic versus Tally. I remember that. I didn't like that shit at all. But I know there are a few that I've heard over the last while that I'm like, yeah, no, you could have just written a haymaker instead of wasting all your time thinking about that.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I hear that.
I think one thing that Tally has got though is I think you appreciate the more that you watch him back on cam. I think you appreciate what he's done a lot more, like on camera, than in the room. If that makes sense, he's good in the rooms though, but you appreciate him a lot more on camera.
It's like the replay value is where you sit down and you realize it's like.
Look at the Shotty battle. A lot of people at first they went, "You got smoked." I wouldn't say you got smoked. You didn't get smoked.
That's why.
It was the star factor. It live. It was the star factor of it being Shotty.
The more you watch it, I'm not saying you'd go, "Oh yeah, he's won the battle," but the more you watch it, you appreciate what he did a lot more, and then you see that it's not as what people thought it was.
Like there's a reason why people come their best to Tally. Like when they're battling Tally, there is a reason why they do that, right? Because they have to. And Rivers has to be his best. And when you're battling Rivers, if you're anything but your best, you're not gonna fare well. So.
And also a point made at the start, Danny Dad didn't really get to finish about changing your material for the crowd. The reason why you do it, atmosphere will always change. Like let's say. I can't remember people who've battled once before. Okay, let's put it like this. We use, let's say, Kick, you battle tech before, yeah?
Yeah.
So let's say that battle didn't happen when it happened, yeah?
Trubs, if you're about to jump on the links in the chat.
I wrote for it about 3 times. It got postponed about 3 times. That's
you see what I mean? And could you say that your material was the same the third time around when it was the first time around?
Changes.
But also, there has been a few things changing, I guess, as well. Like when they were going to be battling, Tally was. I'm not sure if he still is, but I'm pretty sure he's kind of cut ties. But he was members, and everything there as well. And it was kind of that kind of card, wasn't it? It was for the rivalry card, this one, right? And it was the Surfer battle was the rebuild. Or have I got them mixed up? No. That's right, yeah.
Yunnan Whispers, wasn't it, that card?
Yeah, Yunnan Whispers on rivalry. Tally it was meant to be Tally and Rivers, but it didn't go down.
And then the Templar and Rivers was meant to be the rebuild card, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Cool.
That didn't happen.
Cool. Because Rivers had like the worst luck at the start of this year, unfortunately. But yeah, I feel like that they would have to change material just because of that, right? There's been so much change.
There's so much time between it. You run your rounds, you write new angles, you edit your shit. You're gonna, if anything, it's really good because you're gonna edit that down to such the best, the cream of the, it rises to the top. So it's
well, you got to look at it from both their perspectives, haven't you? Tally's gonna be thinking, shit. Rivers has had like 4 or 5 battles cancelled since then, and 2 battles. His material is going to be up in the game, and Rivers is going to be thinking, "Shit, this guy's had a year to literally sit and revise the both bits." And they're both going to be thinking that, and both be.
It's like you also think about who they were battling before as well. It's like Rivers is coming off a war with Bobby, yeah. Tally is coming off against Shotty. That's the last battle I think I've seen with Tally, like from memory, yeah. If you look at that caliber, you're like, they've been doing bits since the last time we were supposed to talk. So it's not going to be the same energy you can bring. You have to elevate it more based on what they've done and who they've done it against.
Yeah, definitely that. Fire card. Hats off to the Queen and your team as well. Everyone knows that Snoop and Tally.
Get involved.
It is.
Why are you waving?
He said hats off to the Queen. The Queen waves.
I did.
The
Exactly.
Queen waves. Thank you very much.
Oh,
Thank
shit.
you. Thank you very much.
I'm so dead.
Exactly that. The only
I
Queen
think
I'll
that
tell
Apple,
for,
you know.
definitely. But yeah, so that is the. So tell people, where can they get their tickets? When is it? Where is it? Give all those details.
So I've got my little notepad here. Hold on, I need to read it.
There
So
you go.
yeah, it's at Brixton Village Studios. That's Cold Harbour Lane in Brixton. Tickets
Right.
are available online from Ticket Tailor. Tickets are £10 and they are £20 on the door. So make sure you get a ticket online, otherwise you're gonna have to give us more money.
Yeah, man.
But if you enter the discount code KICK, you get 10% off of all leatherwares in Cambridge. If you buy your ticket,
All what?
it's a guarantee.
All leatherware.
Nick is a prick. Nick is a prick. No, Nick is a prick. No spaces.
But my man's not his oats, like,
All caps.
Marv, literally, I'm
There's
giving
no
discount for
discount
that.
code.
no, he was on about these boats with the, oh, this brother's too funny still.
I went to the
Everyone-
Palace the other day.
Oh,
You what, Kit?
There are tickets available still, so go and get them, please and thanks.
Definitely do.
yeah, man.
Definitely do.
Funerals.
The guys will be doing face-offs with Wiretap, so look out for those. We'll be dropping
Trubs every time. Yep.
And yeah, just fucking buy a ticket and come and see us.
I've just brought one.
Will there again? I
Thank you.
unfortunately can't make this event. There will be a pay-per-view.
Don't
for me
steal
to be
my
able to purchase there,
QR
right?
code. There we go.
There will be
If you
a
buy your
pay-per-view,
ticket
right?
now, you buy your
There
ticket before Saturday morning, you get a chance to shake Be Easy's hand.
Oh,
No,
God.
I've already got my
Oh
suit.
my days.
You did. There will be. There's no PPV. but
Flowers, suit, all of that.
There'll be a
Hang
VOD
on, guys.
out.
Hang on. Listen, Paris, go. Sorry.
There's no live stream,
Yeah.
so there won't be a pay-per-view, but there will be a VOD out.
VOD, of course.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay,
Face
that's
offs
great.
are out
Right.
next week.
Yeah, man.
Yep,
Yeah, man.
Trubs just put that in. Face-offs out next week. Can't wait for those. I bet, like, going through this card, it was hard to decide the winners, which just, it shows how great of a card it is. Obviously, we've got 3 people on here who are battling on that card. Good luck to you all in your battles. If you've got anything that you want to say before we wrap up before your battles.
Yeah. Bring a step ladder for Be Easy Stopey. It's gonna need it.
Benny
I think
P.
Rose got one.
Little Errol's gonna
Benny
need it, man.
Kick,
You
why
are
are
a
you going to beat Benny
Man
B?
say Errol.
You are a
Man
fat,
said Errol.
old motherfucker. That is all.
Okay.
Damn.
I
Tech,
hope
you got anything for Whispers?
I hope it calls it the little trainers for your club, man.
Hi, Whispers.
Hello, Ted.
That was better. That was better than anything else you could have said, to be fair. That is what you need.
Nigga out of here.
Oh my
Hey, shout out Kick, Every time this guy kills me.
He gets on my nerves.
Hi, Tech.
I don't know how you're so good at this sort of shit kick. I don't get it, but it,
Oh my god. Man, I don't, how did he? No one. Listen, I'm more worried. There's no one. Is wait. Is no one gonna question where that knife just came from? No one's gonna ask.
we've already been through it. That's the
Like,
second
just came out
time
of
he's
nowhere.
pulled it out on
Like,
us,
just-
mate.
I'm surprised
That's the
it's just
second
a
time he's
sword.
pulled it out. We've already questioned why the
Fucking
fuck he's
hell.
got a fucking
It's not just a
samurai
sword.
in
My
arm's
room
length,
is like
though.
a fucking armory, but I'm not going to incriminate
To be
myself.
fair, I'm pretty sure the last time I had you on the stream, you had nunchucks. I'm pretty sure you was playing.
Yeah, I
around
did
with
have
nunchucks
that.
last time you was on stream.
No,
Yeah.
don't. Oh, for fuck's
This
sake.
nigga's room is the dojo.
Hang
It's
on.
gonna be
Fucking,
Cooper said, "No, don't."
No,
I know he's
This
got
guy
him.
lives. This guy lives in the dojo, fam.
Madness. So the swords for the burglars. What's the nunchucks for? Is there are they like for different types of people that might run up in your house?
Miyagi, don't.
Nah, not really.
Just put the shit away.
Cool. It's all legal.
They're cool.
Oh, my man's called out the Turtles.
No, you better stack them. Anybody, if you see anyone from far and they're sick at nunchucks and I'm cutting. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Who's on
I
that?
want to see you on the street.
I lie though. Come on, bro. I could back. Even if I pull out a knife and you're there like, bro, you know, bro. I bow out.
You got
way too much confidence. I'm gone.
You just got to flag it man in the chest. It's one of them, innit? You just got to flag it man in the chest real quick and.
Mate, they fucking hurt, bro. I've got.
Nah, bro. So now how quick they lick off your thing, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you got to do the quick flight.
I've definitely hit myself.
If I ever see kick out on the street, I'm running my pockets. I don't care. I'm not questioning it twice. This motherfucker's gonna.
You have to remember, bro. You can hear nunchucks, you know. That a little flick knife. All I'm hearing is flick for a whole now.
The thing is, if you run away, he's gonna catch you with.
And it's going. You know when man go behind their back. If man go behind their back, like, nah, man.
Like spinning it on one hand.
I'm out.
Yeah, see you later.
If I ever see that shit, Usain Bolt is the second fastest man on the road. You will not.
I'm gonna give him my stuff. If I was trying to do something to him, I'm gonna give him my stuff. Like, yeah, you know what? I got this phone.
Freezing past him there.
Sorry, bro. I'm calling my uncles from America with the double barrel shotguns to be charging nunchucks on me. I don't care. I will get them motherfuckers over here in like 7 hours. I will hide in plain sight.
Oh, bro, could you imagine it?
Kick, yeah.
I need a video. Next event that you're with, this event, I just actually, no, I'm not even going to say it because weapons at events, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
No,
I don't know.
I see the nunchucks drop as you walk towards tech. Do you know what I mean?
I did not do that.
I'm not doing it. I'm not even doing it.
Let's not do that, especially not in Brixton. Again.
I'm going into the whisper battles with Kevlar armor. I'm prepped differently. I'm prepped.
Bro's protecting his chest.
I'm sure he's learned his lesson. It was some ill-advised advice, I feel. But
I've been training. But I'm trying to catch it. I'm gonna catch it when he goes. You know the catch it. I'm gonna catch it, bro. Catch that shit. Catch it, bend it. No, that one's there. Catch that shit.
What's that kick?
Just hold up a chopping board.
A chopping board. Go. Tell Inspector Gadget just to.
Telling me you don't keep chopping boards on your person.
Okay, Kick. I don't know what you be doing in your spare time, but bro, you need to find an outlet for that shit, man.
This is the outlet. This is the outlet.
This is the outlet.
Let him buy his katana and his ninja stars. This is safe for everyone else. It's fine.
You lot all playing. Kick is writing all of you lot's name out in blood right now. Like they're all playing. They're all playing.
Not even in blood, just carving it into the wall.
With a knife in his arm.
Kick, just answer me this. Do you have them all like hung up on the wall and stuff so you can just like walk up and grab it off the wall? Because I need that.
No, so basically I have bat at the side of the bed.
He's got the Call of Duty box. He's got the Call of Duty box in his room.
If they were on the wall, that's fine. That's civilized. They're just on the floor.
The other end. I've got the hunting knife and the nunchucks under the bed. I've got the knuckle duster and the pool ball in the sock on the reading unit. And that's about it, really.
Now, listen. Listen, I don't care what you're coming. I come strapped with the license plate. I can get out of here in 20 seconds.
Kick's ready for a zombie apocalypse and that. He's just camping in his room. He's like, anywhere in this room.
You know Sheldon's got his evacuation bags. Nick's got like 4 of them. He's got bare evacuation bags.
The license plate around.
How to survive a zombie apocalypse with Kick. I need that documentary, Kick. I do.
The pool ball in the sock.
The pool ball in
the
sock.
I'm saying. Even like on the wing.
My man's getting ready for the jail. That's like, fuck's sake.
That was funny, man. That is funny. Do you know what? On that note, we are going to wrap it up here. So 2 great cards that we've been talking about tonight. And make sure that you are getting tickets. Go into all the live events that you can go to. A way that I'm finishing all the streams now, guys, is we're going to play the battle rap game that I've been playing, where I'm going to say a battler, then you've got to say someone who they battled, then that next person's got to say someone that they battled, okay? And we'll keep going. Once you are out, I'm going to drop you out. That's it. You're gone. We've got to listen to T's song again. We're on the way out, but we will do that and then we'll be gone. Okay, so I'm going to start us off. It's going to go SBE, then TKE, then P, it'll be you, then Cooper, then Kick, then Tech, then it'll come back up to me, and we'll keep going around like that, okay? So I'm going to say...
weird going on with the audio.
Yeah, that's some weird noise going on, isn't it? Check. Is it me? I don't think it is. I can hear it. Let me just go through. Hang on, I'm going to mute you all one by one and see. Stopped. Kick, it's you.
Fuck's sake.
It's yours, Kick.
Get your nunchuck off your fucking
It's yours.
microphone.
There's something on your mic or something. I'll unmute you again.
The ninja star. Fucking up.
How's that? Oh, no. No, it's back. It's back. Sorry, man. I'm going to have to mute you. You can join in once you've got it sorted, but we'll see on the next round. All right, I'm going to start with Templar Surfer. SBE, it's on you.
Bounce me out. Just bounce me out.
See you later, mate. Thanks for coming. Always a pleasure. TKE, Templar Surfer.
Tony D, Tyler, I could go on.
You only need to name one.
Just
Only
one.
one. Don't worry. So Tony D. P. Who's Tony battled?
Georgie Roots.
Cooper.
Visual.
Tech.
Pathogenic.
Ooh, damn.
Go on.
That is me out. Do you know what? I did say that the rule, I didn't say it tonight, so I will be out. But,
No, go on.
it is only UK only.
No, we'll keep it. We'll
was
keep
only-
it thing. We'll keep it thing, Koji.
Okay, Frost. TK, it's on you, Frost. It's still there, Kick, sorry.
That is a madness.
It is, sorry, Kick, it's still there. I'm just going to drop you out, man. I'm sorry.
Crash.
I'm sorry. I know you would have done well. Yep, Crash, P.
Tech.
Kick Nelly.
Benny. I don't know. Fuck.
You're
Sorry,
gone, man. Sorry, you're gone. It's a pleasure, man. Pleasure. You said, who did you say? You said Tech.
Yeah.
I said Kick Nelly after that.
Kick Nelly, Bard.
Kingsley Thunder.
Who did he say?
Kingsley Thunder. P, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's a pleasure having you on as always. Peace. Kingsley Thunder, then Cooper. Go.
Gaspath.
I'm going to say ScoMo. No.
Scam.
That's never happened.
They didn't battle. That's a battle I want to see.
I'm right here, bruv. I've battled him.
I don't even know how to.
Oh, yeah, you battled him recently, right? Right, I'm going to give you a battler. TK will go with you, and then we'll go to Cooper, and it will just be between you two this time. This is always really hard for some reason. I don't know why. Briggsy.
Jester Black.
Oh, Amity.
A. Petrelli.
Canal.
Did they battle?
Reverse. Carlton
Nice.
Shanks.
Nice. That's a very good one. Good
Oh, I
shout.
don't even know.
Sorry, man. That's it. TK, pleasure, man. Always welcome back whenever you want. Just give me a message.
He pulled
And
up
Cooper,
Reverse.
well
Reverse
done.
is my boy. He pulled up Reverse.
Hey, you won. You won this week. Well done. I'll definitely be trying to get a victory over you next time, man. But thank you for coming on, man. Always a pleasure.
It's all blessed.
Peace out. Good
Make
luck
sure we
with
get to
everything coming up,
Nolu's
man.
chat next weekend.
There we go. Exactly that.
Get it.
Peace, man. Thank you. And that's it, guys, for this week. Geez, it's been a long couple of days doing 2 streams, but it's been fun. So, yeah, make sure that you are getting all those tickets and all that good stuff. I am going to leave you with Black Tea again, seeing us out. This is Outback. Enjoy and peace.
I must not give in to these fantasies of weakness. Doubtless this is some charm laid on me by an evil shaman, evil sorcerer. Only the chase has meaning. It's meaning.
Yeah. pursue me like owls do to the rest and the clouds do when I'm moody. Proud dads the Suzukis, you backed out and amuse me. I'm good here from I tear your whole crown flat. From I'm in the outback with no neighbors, giant snakes in the gators. You feel fear in your veins ever since the moment you came in. Keep raising the stakes and baked meat is the fragrance. I reign here from a day to doubt that. From I'm in the outback with my chest out, I'm the best out. Who's next? Put you through the test, do to chew your neck out. When you eat through tube and bed bound, from I eat mountains for breakfast. Keep rounds in these hecklers embedded into my flesh like a nice tap. From I'm in the outback with the is that kill women and kids. Keep their heads in the fridge and use their temple as lids. I can tell you a bitch like I can tell when there's pigs. I smell it on you, I'll make you remind that. From I'm in the outback in the jungle where things live just to hunt you. Only language is hunger, you get hung if you're humble. Huddle up in a bunch, if you're on your ones then there's hustle. Nip that shit in the bud if you're smart fam. Cause I'm in the outback where it's ruthless, you might survive if you're shooters. Everyone is a Judas, your friends will dump you here sooner. Then you think that you're clueless, you should've warned you to move first. Now you're stuck here surviving, you're dying fam. Cause I'm in the outback with the same niggas, fake niggas always chopping change. Ain't wishing for a spot, a block to claim. Hate me or take me and lock and chains. That's the only way, man, I'm gonna stop me. Not me, I can tell a lot, see. By the way you fucking rappers got pleas in the office, I can tell you're not free. Rock me, drop me, you're off me. I'ma come back from the underground with a bag around just to shop G's. I would done a clown up in top speed. See you running around like your top clean off. Chop tea off of my gap from the other side of the mine where the fucking louds at. From the outback, nigga.